In Unit 3, we learned about managing emotions and making positive decisions. Now, in Unit 4, we'll think about both of these skills in the context of relationships and conflict. We'll also learn about resolving conflicts. Today, we'll examine common reasons why social conflicts escalate from minor to major. Would you go to an adult for help in this situation? Why or why not? This is an example of a minor conflict. Therefore, you probably wouldn't need an adult to help solve it. Like this example, most social conflicts begin small. Today, we'll learn to recognize when a minor conflict is beginning to escalate into a major one, so we can take steps to de-escalate it. What's the difference between minor and major conflicts? Minor conflicts are generally easier to resolve and don't cause long-term physical or emotional harm. Major conflicts are harder to resolve, have serious consequences, and cause physical or emotional harm. There are several reasons conflicts can escalate from minor to major. Let's look at these images to see if we can determine 4 common reasons. Making assumptions. Automatically thinking someone has negative intentions. Not managing your emotions. Losing your cool and not being able to calm down. Jumping to conclusions. Not having enough information about a situation, but making a decision about it anyway. Involving others. When you involve other people, they can sometimes say or do things that make the conflict worse. We are going to use these 4 reasons that conflicts can escalate in our activity today. So we're going to spot the escalation. We have 4 scenes. It shows that you're going to have a handout, but because we are doing these on Edpuzzle, we will do it virtual. Troy and Jenny are experiencing an escalating conflict. We're going to read each scene, and we're going to talk about which of the 4 reasons did their conflict escalate from minor to major. Scene 1. Troy and Jenny decide to work together on a science project. They agree on the tasks they'll each do over the weekend, but on Monday, Troy says he wasn't able to do his task. Jenny is really upset. "I bet you just went out and had fun while I stayed in and worked," she said. Troy gets really angry. "She didn't even ask why I couldn't do it," he says to himself. So, reason for escalation. You're going to mark all that apply. Not managing emotions, jumping to conclusions, making assumptions, and involving others. Scene 2. In fact, Troy feels so mad he starts yelling at Jenny. "Fine. Some friend you are, I quit." Jenny yells back. "You're just saying that to get back at me for hanging out with Andrea and Charlie the other day, and not with you." End of scene 2. So again, check all the reasons for the escalation that apply. Not managing emotions, jumping to conclusions, making assumptions, and involving others. Scene 3. Troy storms off. Later, he texts Jenny and accuses her of making him mad on purpose so she can quit being friends with him. Jenny shows the text to a mutual friend. The friend texts Troy and tells him to stop being a jerk. Troy is furious and immediately posts something negative about Jenny on social media. End scene 3. So again, reasons for escalation. Not managing emotions, jumping to conclusions, making assumptions, and involving others. Scene 4. Pretty soon, the whole friend group is taking sides. They start saying things that aren't true and spreading rumors about each other. One day at lunch, they're arguing and yelling at each other so loudly the principal is called to intervene. End scene 4. Reasons for escalation: not managing emotions, jumping to conclusions, making assumptions, and involving others. Think about social conflicts you've experienced or witnessed. What is the most common reason those conflicts escalate? Why do you think that's the case? Today we discuss common reasons why conflicts escalate. Try to keep these in mind as you go through this week. In the next 2 lessons, we'll talk about how to avoid escalating conflicts.